Welcome back to The Betrayed. I'm Gina Beck.
This is Drew Williams.
Thank you for listening, liking, commenting, and subscribing. We appreciate y'all, especially the reviews on Apple Podcasts. It really means a lot.
Yeah, like always, thank you again for the continued support, the continued engagement, and the hashtag BananaCats.
How are you, Drew?
I'm good, G. How are you?
I'm doing well. Excited to get into this podcast. It's been a while. Been traveling, helping my friend move. Now I'm back home, ready to bust out some podcasts for everybody.
Yeah, we got... I guess this is a requested topic, so it's kind of new.
Right. Where do we even begin? First of all,
Every one video I've seen on YouTube starts out this way. This is not us saying we hate Nicki Minaj or anything like that, but I think there's some questionable choices on her end on who she's deciding to defend and who she's married to. I guess in 2020, her brother was convicted to 25 to life for hard R'ing his, when it started, 11-year-old stepdaughter. And I had no idea that it was as bad as it was, but it's pretty frightening to think that somebody like that would do that in that position.
yeah, and I mean, we've said many times before, a lot of the times, these, weirdos are the ones closest to us. He's within the family, access to the child often, probably. It's just, it's horrible. But he did get 25 years to life. He was convicted in 2017.
Yeah, he's convicted in 2017 and sentenced in 2020. And
the victim testified that she was assaulted numerous times over 8 months in 2015.
And so did her brother, who found them in the act at one point, and apparently he threatened to kill him and his mom if he told. What a sick guy. There's no denying that this guy's a monster. The thing that's weird to me was I believe it was a Twitter quote. It might be from an Instagram. Oh no, I do in my notes. It is an Instagram quote. Before he was sentenced, Nicki said, quote, "Jelani, I love you more than you'll ever comprehend." And
yep, I see that too.
Yeah.
On a USA Today article.
I mean, I understand loving your family, but like to go on publicly like that, it just seems like just a weird slap at the victim's family.
Not only is that a slap, but so is the lawyers said that this is a statement in this article. Lawyers said during the trial that the R-word allegations were concocted by the girl's mother as part of a scheme to get his famous sister to pay $25 million in hush money. But prosecutors, however, said there is DNA evidence which supported the allegations. And as you said, the brother testified as well.
Well, I think what solidified it was exactly what you brought up was because I'm sure it was something like a hard R kit, like in an ER or something like that, and they probably recovered DNA that way, and there's just no denying what he did, on top of the brother witnessing the horrible act.
Yep.
But then you also, it's just, Nicki surrounds herself for some pretty weird people. Like when you take into account of her brother. And I think he was in the news for other stuff, but from what I've read, he was convicted in 94 for kidnapping at gunpoint, which I guess it turned out it really wasn't a firearm, but she believed that at the time. and then he hard ar'd her, and they were both about 16 years old. He was sentenced to 4 years, pled down. He was sentenced in 95. And then shortly after release, a couple years, he shot and killed a man, served 7 years for that, released in 2013. And that's when he supposedly met Nicki. And he would have been about 20, 21. And Nicki was 16 or 17. And she went on to marry this guy.
Yep, they are husband and wife. And in 2021, he was sued, accused of harassing the victim in 2021. And not only that, but in 2022, it came out he was sentenced to home confinement for failing to register as a offender. I mean, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't know. I don't see how he's just like getting away with that, and he's living obviously a lifestyle that he wouldn't live otherwise if it wasn't for her, for Nicki.
Oh, absolutely. You can't deny the the fame, the I mean, I think she's talented what she does.
Oh
So I
yeah, it's
mean,
just
he would
unfortunate
never
she.
have anything like that in his life. But I just when you take into
Yeah.
the fact that she's publicly standing for her brother after,
Mhm.
I mean, it might be one of those cases where we talk about where the family is just in so complete denial. They rationalize it in some way.
Which is something we have even dealt with firsthand. I mean, I remember specifically this predator's mother who was so in denial to the point where we were being called names. We were the weirdos. We, just a laundry list of things. Anything she could say and do to protect her son, like she would do. And there's tons of families and people out there that are just like that. And it takes either time to go over things themselves, and then, we've dealt with instances where they come back and they're like, "Sorry, you're right." But there's a lot that stand their ground and are stubborn even if they know the facts. They have the person's back that they love.
And that might be exactly what she I mean, I don't know very much about Nikki's childhood. I mean, I don't know if she was mentally abused, physically, any type of thing like that, but it does seem weird to have a lot of these type of guys around you and be okay with it. And I know her brother's not here anymore, but from what I understand, they were relatively close uh, prior to his conviction. So,
Right. And I mean, home confinement when you're living that lifestyle isn't a very big punishment. My question is, did he end up registering? Do we know?
I would think he would be. Because I didn't see what state it was in. I don't know if it was in Los Angeles or which place they were living at that it happened in. But I would imagine once he's been caught that way, he has to be registered wherever he's at.
Like it's
Wherever
just
he's.
automatic?
Yeah, it's automatic. It's like, well,
Mm.
you're home confined, so I would hope. I don't really know if anyone has got better legal knowledge than either of us. Leave a comment.
So yeah, again, we're not, judging Nikki, nothing like that. Like no hate, no drama, no nothing. We're just giving our opinion off of these news articles that we found and also YouTubers that we watched on the situation. People wanted us to make this episode, and that's our opinion. I mean, I like we always say, we just wish there's more punishment. More punishment, and it doesn't matter who it is, and obviously there's going to be people that stick up for people that they love. Obviously there's people with platforms, a big portion are always going to stick up for them no matter what. We always say this, there's always a victim on these social media platforms because these platforms are too big and there's always new people. So no matter what, there's an issue there, and if the punishment was bigger, maybe those issues would be avoided, but it's not. So the only thing that we could do is pay attention in your area, be aware, stay up to date, and protect your kids, you know?
And we'll link it again, familywatchdog.us. They're always good to look at to see who is registered. I know this is an episode we were talking about somebody who didn't comply to what they were forced to, but when they get caught, it seems like it gets enforced pretty quick. So check that out too. I encourage everyone just to watch safe routes, even for your own walking and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is someone who has a lot of attention on them. Has, all that media is watching their every move. So if someone like this, can fail to register and go through all these loops until they get caught, until it's enforced, you just never know who's around you doing the same thing, but they just don't have all this attention on them, so you don't know, So you just never know.
Yeah, just be more aware. You don't need to think every stranger is out gonna hurt you, but pay attention. There are some
Not even
creepers.
just a stranger. I mean, I can give an example. Like when we were younger, there was this guy who would dress up as the gorilla in a gorilla suit and go to the weddings, and he would love kids to be sitting on his lap and everything, and that was like his thing. And then he got in trouble for being a weirdo. So it's like even people in your family, like that guy had no kids. That guy was just supposed to be like the fun family member. So it's even that it could be that guy.
It's more likely that type of guy.
Yeah.
It's more
So if
likely.
someone is just like, insisting on seeing your kid, or insisting on doing anything with your kid, just like maybe think twice about what it is, why they're asking. Doesn't matter who's asking, just why. And if it sounds weird, it's probably weird, and it's better to avoid it, right?
Absolutely.
And I think we'll end it there. Thank you for listening, liking, commenting, and subscribing. We appreciate y'all. Until next time, Banana Cats.
Banana cats. Much love. Peace.